So earlier today, I was scrolling through YouTube and came across an interview that was done with Jordan Love. I believe it was posted yesterday, and I'll link the full interview in the description down below. But it was with Todd Durkin, who Jordan Love has been training with for the past 3 months in this offseason. So it's a very interesting podcast. It's about an hour long. They talk about Jordan Love, the way he's been training, things he's been doing. And so from this, I want to share a few different quotes that I found interesting. And first off, Jordan is asked, what motivates him to be the man, the player, basically, that he is becoming. He said this, there's so many things that motivate me. Right now, just where I'm at in life, in football, is trying to be better than I was last year. Trying to be better than, improving every day. Trying to be the best version of yourself every day. Obviously, in the past, my motivation has been to prove people wrong. I've had to deal with 3 years sitting on the bench and a lot of question marks around me. A lot of people saying a lot of different things. And having to hear that and not being able to prove it was the tough part. So now, last year, I was able to prove that, and now it's trying to be even better than I was the year before. And when we look at Jordan Love, if he's able to become better than he was in that final stretch of the season, that puts him as one of the best QBs in the NFL, which I think he was later in the season. And so I just think to see what kind of small improvements he's going to make in different aspects of his game is going to be the fun thing to watch in 2024, because last year we were just wondering, can he play? Is he good? And, we could have been in a scenario this offseason where Jordan Love had an average season and everyone would be discussing, should they draft a quarterback? Should they sign a veteran? Things like that. Luckily, as Packers fans, we're not in that situation, and we've been blessed with another very, very good quarterback who's probably about to make a ton of money, probably get his contract sometime in the next couple months. But it's going to be fun to watch, to see sort of where he can make those small incremental improvements and become even better than he was last season. Then he was asked, how does he become better? And he basically said that his biggest thing is trying to focus on things he does good and trying to improve sort of little areas where he can get a little bit better than he was the year before. He talked about as well going back through last year's game film, watching different things, seeing mistakes he made and how he could sort of not do those same things again. He talked about being more under control in the pocket, being more balanced, and being able to stand in there when, big defensive linemen are coming over, trying to take him down, staying balanced, staying in the pocket, things like that. And then he was asked about his upcoming goals for the season, this 2024 season, and this is what he said. I think just to, we kind of set the bar of what we could be as an offense last year and as a team, and just to improve on that. We had a lot of young guys on offense, so I think for me is going into this OTAs and being able to keep improving on where we left off, really. We went through a whole year of, we did some cool things throughout the season with the receivers meeting and doing some things that we hadn't done in the past. So I think just building on our process and trying to get better and move along as a group. But for me personally, like I said, you always talk about stat goals, things like that, trying to improve. And then he finishes it off here saying, there's so many different goals that just things I haven't accomplished. I had a good season, but I wasn't a Pro Bowler. I didn't make it to the NFC Championship. I haven't won a Super Bowl. So there's so many things out there I can go get. And it sounds to me from this interview, which you should go watch the whole thing. It's very interesting. I'll leave it linked in the description down below. But you can tell Jordan Love is very, very motivated. Even though he had that success in year one, proved lots of people wrong, won a playoff game, almost makes it to the NFC Championship. You can tell he still has a lot to prove out there, because I think until, when you're a quarterback, when you're a quarterback at his level who's playing that way, I would assume that most guys, their ultimate success is winning those Super Bowls and getting to that level, because there are tons of quarterbacks who are really good quarterbacks that didn't make it to the Super Bowl, and that definitely hurts them when it comes to their legacy and things like that. Jordan Love, hopefully he can get one Super Bowl and then start to add on to that. And obviously as Packers fans, that's what we hope to see. It would be awesome to see another Super Bowl sometime soon. We haven't seen one in, 14 or so years, basically, since the last one the Packers won. So Jordan Love clearly has a ton to prove to himself, still a lot that the Packers can go out and do next season, and hopefully they can build off what they did. Hopefully this receiver room can continue to take those strides forward with Jordan Love. So that's it about the Packers, but I'm going to finish off today's video. I'm going to read a Bible verse here. This is what Jesus had to say in John 14:6, and this is what it says. Jesus told him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. If you had really known me, you would know who my Father is. From now on, you do know him and have seen him. So for those of you who know, who have been watching my channel for a while, I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. My faith is in Jesus Christ and what he did on the cross, dying and rising from the dead on the third day for the forgiveness of our sins, for all humanity. He died for all humanity. And I just wanted to share this today because Jesus is the only way. He said here specifically, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and that no one can go to the Father except through him. And so there is one way to God, and that is through Jesus Christ. And it's when you put your faith in Jesus and you trust in what he did on the cross and his sacrifice and his love for us that was poured out by him dying for us for our sins. When we put our faith in Jesus Christ, we can, rest in him and know him and walk in a relationship with him. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys today. But if you want more Packers content and you want to stay up to date with all things Packers, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.